Welcome back. My name is Scott Guskar, and I am pro staff with Cisco Fishing Systems.
And Captain John Gribble with DB Sport Fishing Charters.
And today we're going to talk about the planer board reels that Cisco Fishing System carries. They have two styles. They've got a manual reel, as demonstrated here. We've got it on a short stanchion, but we can offer various tree lengths, and we'll show you that later. They come in both single or double. What is important to note is the manual planer board reels, where some individuals actually start, can easily be upgraded to include an electric motor after the fact. Personally, I ran my manual reels for probably 5 years, and I recently have upgraded to electric. Great back saver. For me, it was a lot safer as well on my particular boat. The electric motors do carry 92 foot-pounds of torque. What that enables me to do is actually continue trolling while I clear the side of the boat at the end of the one side of the boat at the end of the fishing day. I don't have to alter my trolling pattern, pull some of the biggest boards in with little to no effort. We also offer expansion reels. They're a slightly bigger reel than what comes standard, and that is key for the individuals that are actually trolling with some of the thicker weed whacker line. Now, one of the small, often overlooked accessories is a handle. I always recommend that if you're buying electric planer board reels, add on one handle to store in your captain's bag, your glove box. Electrical will eventually happen. This enables you to screw it right into the reel and actually retrieve your boards at the end of the day should your motor experience any issues at all. I know that you've recently picked one of these up. What is this?
Yeah, so this is a new electrical switch control that Cisco has. It has got two different functions on it, and it's more of a more user-friendly and then just your traditional switch box. So when you wire this in, this is your normal control switch now. All you're doing is giving it your power and your ground, and then wiring it to your port and starboard motor. Very easy to install. There's a programming sequence that you can do on this to where, using a key fob, you can hit it in for either your full in, full out by just hitting the button, or you can do your momentary in or out. And then if you're up at the helm where this box may be mounted, and I recommend mounting it, you still have your manual features that you can do right from the dash. It's an awesome concept that Cisco came up with. We have done rigged a lot of our boats with the traditional one switch per motor, but this right here is just a your all-around function, gets it done, easy to wire in. I strongly recommend this option. This is actually the kit right here, available at FishUSA. It's got everything here. It's even got your butt connectors on it, ready to go. With that being said, there's also another option that we have through Cisco. Is my favorite one that we come up with is your cinch down. It's an easy retrieve for your guys running your big boards hooked to your expansion reel or even your standard reel. Once this slides into your track system, you would hook this on your main line here, give it a pull, and it will hold your tow line right at the boat and never have to worry about it going anywhere. Nice little function and an easy accessory you can put right on there.
Great for tight turns, getting that line low.
And not having to worry about it launching your rods out into the water. Just keeping your tow line nice and tight to the boat. And for the guys running the big planer clips, rubber bands and stuff like that, you can just sit right there. You ain't got to worry about pulling it in 100 times a day. You just hook right on and go.
So John, you do a lot of rigging. Reels are ending up in various locations on the boat. One of the questions we often get is, what are some mounting options, additional mounting options, other than, say, in a rail mount or perhaps on a through-bolted rail that's on a roof?
That's correct, Scott. So personally in the charter industry, I like running a Masts system, which you can see here. That has a big mounting plate up on the front of the boat. You can run a mast anywhere from 4 foot up to a custom length that Cisco could do of up to 8 foot, even plus. The functionality of that, the higher the mast, you get your tow line out of the water and your boards will run truer, not sag behind the boat. That would be the front mount mast. compared to going with a hardtop style setup. This particular electric reel here is set up for a quick release. It's very easy. All you would do is mount your 4x4 plate and then slide this in and out and locks in. You can mount this on the side gunnels, you can mount these on the hard tops. Another versatile piece of equipment right here. This particular setup with the line guides, you want to go to a pulley system. Cisco offers multiple different pulleys. You have your 7/8 to 1.5 inch rail clamp. You can go from your 1.5 inch up to 3-inch rail clamp here. Or one of my personal favorites is called the hangman, that will actually slide into a track system. Whether you have a short piece of track up on the hardtop or up in the bow of your boat, this right here with just a couple thumb screws pulls out and good to go. One of the big features of a Cisco pulley is that it's a sealed unit with stainless steel ball bearings, compared to a lot of the other options out there are plastic and will usually break or fall apart just in a little bit of usage.
We've had customers actually utilize the Cisco pulleys to kind of upgrade some of their current systems that are using the plastic pulleys as well. John, you mentioned mounting these motors on rails. You can also have various rail clamps on the motors themselves here. 7/8 to 1.5 inch. Here we've got a clamp that will actually go 1.5 inch up to 3 inches. Now the other nice feature about these motors is everything is drilled and tapped. So you can actually get this motor positioned to match the lines of your boat. To get this line guide lined up with the pulley at the front of your boat, as John was just mentioning. So these are very, very configurable for your particular installation. Very easy to install.
One of the things like Scott was saying about the ease of installation, whether you're doing a mast mount system on the bow or even up on your hardtop with the short little 2-foot mast extensions. We also have the availability of running a dual electric on a short mast or a tall mast, along with the manual reel setup on a short mast or tall mast for either track, quick disconnect, or my favorite, which is the track mount.
Yep. What about line options?
Line options, running the planer line, you have either your paracord, you have your weed whacker line or tuna line, a lot of guys can say. I personally use the 800-pound test rip paracord, and that is why we use the expansion reels, because in the charter industry, you got to make sure your day is a productive day. So I'll actually run 1,000 feet of 800-pound test paracord on there, because if you do have a break off for whatever reason, you are able to retie back up and get your boards back out there and finish your day.
Great point. Great point. Paracord, you mean Spectra?
Spectra, that's it. Yep. Yeah, that's the technical term of it.
That's the technical term. I'm a technical kind of guy.
So. Everybody knows it is paracord, which when you see the white line on the spools, anywhere from 500 to 800-pound test, you know what you're getting there.
Yeah.
And which all of this can be found at fishusa.com or even in store.